Hello, I'm Paula Andrea, and welcome to Cosmic Therapy. I am so glad that you tuned in to us tonight. We are going to have so much fun for the next hour. I would like to also introduce you to Sandra Chloe. She is my best friend and she's running the equipment. And I would like you also to welcome our guest Mitzi Pugh and her lovely baby Emmy to the show tonight. Cosmic therapy. What in the world is that? And how in the world could I possibly explain what it is? All that I can tell you folks is that it works for me. I have been involved in a lot of different studies in my life, and I have found many things that work and other things that don't. And what I can tell you is that if it works for you, it works. Cosmic therapy works for me. And so that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to discuss how that everything in the entire universe, everything in your life, everything that you say, do, see, feel, hear, experience is connected. There's not a single solitary thing that you see during the run of a day that is not supposed to happen to you, for you, at you, with you. It is your path, and nothing is out of order. Did you hear what I said? Nothing is out of order. Everything has something to do with it. Everything. All right, let's see. What are we going to start with today? I'm going to be covering a lot of different subjects. And this is the number that you'll be able to call in live and talk to me. But just not tonight. It's not fixed up tonight. But maybe by next week you'll be able to call in and we'll talk and chat and have the most fun. Because I believe in fun. And so does Emmy. Let's start out with the fact that you are in the middle of fun. You are in the middle of fun. And if you are not having fun in your life, then you better check your source and check what's going on with you to find out why you're not. I have fun all the time doing exactly what I want to do, how I want to do it, where I want to do it, when I want to do it, to who I want to do it, and to ever how many times I want to do it. That is what life is supposed to be. You are supposed to be enjoying yourself always, doing all the things that you do. And I'm going to repeat again. Everything has something to do with it. Everything. Mitzi had no idea before this afternoon that I was going to call on her. But I've known, how do you like that word? I've known her a long, long time. And just about 25 years, Mitzi. You want to come on up? We'll have Emmy in just a few moments. Thank you, Mitzi, for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me here with you.
And like I said, we've been knowing each other about 25 years, right?
Yes.
And during all that time, you've been traveling along the journey of cosmic therapy.
That's the only path I've been on.
And that works for you.
Yes, it works.
But as far as trying to explain it, could you do that?
No.
There's no way to explain it. Okay, well, let's start with, since we have many mechanisms here. We've got the tarot cards, and we've got the I Ching. It's really the Yi Ching, but I like to say I Ching because I Ching. It's vibrating. We all vibrate. And let me see. I've got the Bible here. I've got some Emerson here. Oh, I've got some other things that we're going to be using tonight. But as far as a theme, let's get started and at random. Let's just take this bucket of sayings over here and pull one out of it, and let's see what we can get as a theme for tonight. Okay? Would you read it? Let's see what it's saying.
Every single thing has something to do with it. No exceptions.
What did you say? Please, they are going to think that this was contrived. What does it say?
Every single thing has something to do with it, with no exceptions.
So the fact that you came up here and sat down and pulled that out of that bucket randomly, not contrived, had something to do with what's going to take place here tonight.
That's all it can be.
Okay, well, let's try another one. Dig down there and get another one. Let's see how, even though we're going to use this as the theme, go down there and just wheel around and reel around and try to get something as the sign's falling off. All right, let's see what this one says. I love it. Woo!
This is as good as it gets.
This is as good as it gets. And every single solitary thing has something to do with it. And this is as good as it gets. You mean to tell me that if you had $1 million added to you right this moment, you couldn't be any better?
No.
And if you had a brand new Mercedes sitting out there in the parking lot ready to ride off in it, it couldn't get better than that?
No.
But you wouldn't mind having either one.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, well, let's add to that. This is as good as it gets. Every single thing has something to do with it. No exceptions. All right, Mitzi. First of all, you're a Taurus, right?
Yes.
May the 26th. What year do you mind saying it?
73, April the 26th.
Ah! See? April. May 26th. I wrote down May 26th, so that must have something to do with you. That must going to be a star day for you in some way. I'm not saying that it is. You don't know. I don't know. We have no way of knowing. But if every single thing has something to do with it, and I wrote down May knowing perfectly well that your birthday was April the 26th, then we're going to look out for May the 26th, because nothing happens during the run of the day. Nothing happens, nowhere, no time, to nobody, that it isn't significant, because there's something greater going on. And if we learn how to let that greater going on go on in us, without us interfering with it, we might eliminate some of those headaches and frustrations and worries. Now, you don't have any of those, do you?
No.
Okay, April 26, 1973. What I think I'm going to start with, Mitzi, just at random, I'm going to do a little bit of Mayan. You want to do that? This is a Mayan ephemeris, is what I'm going to be talking about right here, even though we've already established that Mitzi is a Taurus. And for those of you who know astrology, you know perfectly well what a Taurus is. They are gentle, very unobtrusive, very fun-loving, natured people who are non-assuming and easy to get along with. Now, if you believe that, I do have some land in Arizona that I will sell you. Very cheap. Because Taurus have a lot of things to say about a lot of things. And they are very opinionated, and they are impatient, and they do worry. But the thing with the Taurus is that you'll find for people who are Tauruses, as well as being involved with a Taurus, they want to take care of you. You will never go hungry as long as a Taurus is in your life. And I'm talking about physically as well as financially and spiritually. They will do every single solitary thing that they can to accommodate. And I'm not flattering you, honey. That's just a fact. That's Tauruses of the earth. You toil the Taurus, and it's going to produce a lot of fruit. Okay, April the 26th, 1973. But we're going to deal with Mayan right this moment. So let's take this Mayan book and find you in this book like you don't know what you are. But I'm going to go through the motions of doing it anyway, maybe. And I'm going to look you up in this Mayan book, ephemeris, because I love Mayans. And for those who are aware of Mayan astrology, that's wonderful. And for those of you who are not, I'll be teaching on the Mayan. All right, Mitzi, let's find you. April the 26th, 1973.
33-7 Ben.
33-7 Ben. Now, of course, being with me, you know a whole lot about some of the things I'm going to be talking about tonight. You know a whole lot about them.
Not a whole lot.
You know a whole lot about them. Okay? You know the fact that you're a Ben. Yes? And what do you know about Ben? And Bean, if you want to say. Bane, I think, is the way sometimes it's pronounced. But what do you know about Ben? Just one thing.
Not of this world.
Ah, I like that. Not of this world. Now, for those of you that tune in each week, you'll find that I would like for you, if you have a pen and paper, just to jot down some notes, various things that are said here. Mitzi will say them, maybe Sandy will say something sometimes. Emmy, you'll hear her tonight. She's not, there she is. There her is, y'all are going to see her in just a few moments. She's not talking yet, but she is expressing with her tone of voice. And a lot of times, Mitzi, in fact, I took a course one time and it said that something like 95% of what we say is nonverbal. So without her being able to talk, you understand every single solitary thing she needs, wants, or has need of from you. Okay, let's get back. Not of this world. None of us are of this world, right? We're none of us from this world. We're in this world, but we're not of this world. I think that's what Jesus said. Not of this world. So maybe that's has something to do with the fact that here we are sitting in this room in Asheville, North Carolina on, what's today, May the 17th? May the 17th, 2008. And we have no idea why we're here, what we're doing, for what reason we're doing it. Do we ever? And if we think we know at any time what we're doing, we should stop it, because we are going to be disappointed. Would you agree? I agree. Okay, not of this world. Let's see, what else? All right, 33. Now that is numerology. And that's another subject I'll be talking on and with and through. Numerology. What do you know about the number 33, Mitzi?
It's a master number.
Okay, it's a master number. And that is true. In the world of numerology, there are three master numbers: 11, 22. 11 is the enlightened one. The 22 is the builder. And the 33, of course, is the mother, is the one that wants to take care of, and especially family oriented. Not that you're family oriented at all. Okay, not of this world. That's what we're talking about here. In the Mayan. Mayan astrology is a superb subject to study, and it's a fascinating realm to follow each day. In fact, let's go into this book. Let me see. Let me look on my paper that this morning today is what? King number 89, and the Mayan day is Mulek, and the cycle is Coac, and the day of the cycle is 11. Now, all of this sounds like German or French or Portuguese to those, but I will be taking it step by step each week. This week, it's just happy-go-lucky. Let's hit and miss the way that we can. Let's look at number 47 in this book to see what it says, Mitzi. 47. Let's see if it has anything to do with it. Placed in the driver's seat with uncertain destination. Placed in the driver's seat with uncertain destination. Is that where you're sitting?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But how many days do you get up in the day? Well, not you now, because like I said, we've been walking together a long time. But how many people, and yourself, and me, and Sandy as well, get up on days and think when we go, we're going to go and get in our car and go somewhere, and we're going to head there for a certain purpose to do a certain thing? Is that how most people live their lives?
Every day.
And what happens during the course of from here to here?
There's a lot that takes place.
Right. And when you get to here, even if, let's say you're going to the store to get a loaf of bread, all right? Now, what can happen just by the simple mere act of going to that store and getting a loaf of bread? You can run into someone, and what? That you didn't expect.
Right.
And he or she could have a message for you. Something as simple as, Mitzi, how have you been? Can you answer that? How have you been? How
I've
can
been
you?
okay. That's the only answer I have.
Okay. Now, how? You know, I was talking to Sandy the other night. This was really, really shocking to me, because a lot of people in the world, while we're here on this planet, while we're here with our feet placed on this earth and walking around, a lot of times we'll say, who are we? What are we doing here? What is the purpose? Where are we going? But the same letters that make up who make up how. H, W, H, O, W, H, O.
I haven't.
I didn't know that either until just a few nights ago when I was laying in bed and saw that. So who we are is how we are. So when someone asks you how you are doing, and you answer that, you know, if I answer how I'm doing, I've got to compare it to something. I've got to compare it to either that I felt better yesterday or I felt worse yesterday. But if I was to ask you right this moment, how are you doing? What would be the response?
Nervous?
Nervous? That's a good, okay? That's a very honest answer. And you're nervous because you are anticipating making a mistake.
Yeah.
And looking foolish.
Yes.
And being embarrassed.
All the above.
Right. And most people feel that way. Wouldn't you agree? They feel that way. Well, let's go on. Let's see what the next thing. So wait a minute. Let's go back to not of this world. Not of this world. Okay, so we've established that we're not from this world, regardless of how we try to be and to fit in and to be accepted and to act like normal, whatever that means, act like normal, whatever in the world that means. Okay, we're not of this world to start with. So why and how are we to fashion ourselves? Here she comes. Quick, grab her so we can introduce the audience to Emmy, the little Pisces. Hello, Emmy. This is Mitzi's one and only child, Emily Page Clark, and we call her Emmy. Isn't she beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. And I'm so glad to have her here tonight. You want a pen, Emmy? Where's one? Here, sweet baby. There you go.
You draw?
There, go ahead and draw. Okay, so before, and just think, 14 months ago, Mitzi, she was not of this world.
Right.
She's in this world now, but she was not of this